it downfield. It is. Oh, it's caught. John Moran in the clutch. Oh, my word. Oh, my God. Deep to right field. Way up there. And way down the sideline. Jefferson. Another huge run. Jalen Red broke tackle. Stayed on his feet.
What's poppin', everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Blake's Take. And rivalry games always seem to bring drama, no matter what a team's ranking is, high or low. But when both teams are ranked, the tensions are a lot higher, making for much more of an entertaining game. Starting off with the always anticipated Michigan versus Michigan State game. This year's stakes were much higher than years past, as both teams were ranked in the AP Top 10 coming into the matchup for the first time since 1964. The Wolverines jumped out to a commanding 2-score lead, with Cade McNamara stepping up when he needed to, with 383 passing yards on the day and 2 touchdowns in a game where the nation's leading rushing attack was bottled up for just 146 yards. While the Michigan dynamic duo Hassan Haskins and Blake Corum were shut down, the Spartans' own running back Kenneth Walker III put his team on his back, finishing the day with 197 yards on just 23 carries, while also breaking free for all 5 of Michigan State's touchdowns on the day. With this iconic performance in such a big-time game, Walker has put his name at the front of the Heisman race. To put on a showing like this against an AP Top 10 team after already being the nation's leading rusher, Walker has placed himself in the Heisman spotlight in a season where there had yet to be someone to step into it. On to the other rivalry game in the Big Ten, down in the shoe between Penn State and Ohio State, one of the best rivalries in sports. It was the same old story for the historic rivalry, unfortunate for Penn State for me. The Nittany Lions jumped out to an early lead, but then the Buckeyes come back and get the last laugh like always. The Nittany Lions defense stood tall, holding the best offense in the nation to just a field goal in the first quarter. But then Chris Olave would finally break through the Penn State secondary, making for a throw in stride for C.J. Stroud to hit him for a touchdown. The Buckeye defense then followed with pressure on Sean Clifford, forcing a fumble that big man DT, Jaron Cage, scooped and ran 56 yards to the crib to make for the spark that this crowd needed. This defense continues to prove that the Ohio State isn't just an overpowering offense. They also have a defense that finds ways to put points on the board, leading the FBS with 6 defensive touchdowns on the season. But much credit to Penn State, who could have just rolled over and quit in the face of a top-tier team like the Buckeyes, especially after their 9 overtime loss to Illinois. But they didn't. They fought back their way in the third quarter to make it just a 3-point game heading into the fourth. In the end, the Buckeyes did manage to hang on for the win, due in large part to C.J. Stroud, who after a slow start managed to come through and lead his team to a victory in a key conference game. With 2 more big games left on the schedule against both Michigan and Michigan State, Stroud will continue to have opportunities to add to his solid Heisman case. The Big Ten is absolutely loaded with well-rounded teams and players, so it'll be interesting to see how they perform on the home stretch of the season. Hope you all enjoyed that. Lots of action in the Big Ten and more to come. College football playoff rankings, the first one, come out this Tuesday. It'll be exciting to see where teams end up and what happens in this last month of college football and where things shake up. You can catch all of this on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and or YouTube. And I'll see you all in the next one. Subscribe and like for more. Have a fantastic day.